Hello, dear traders. My name is Albert Charles Mayombo. I am a person who is pursuing a career in business administration in records and archives management. And also I am a trader. And I'm going to explain briefly in short about how my trading journey has been started until this time. And I started hearing about Forex I started to realize about Forex since I was a young person. While I was a young person at secondary school, I used to think about the rising rates, in USDs. Today you'll hear maybe USD, Tanzania shillings is trading on a certain price, and tomorrow you'll be hearing that the price has risen or the price has dropped. As I was a secondary student, I usually thought, is this a place to make money? Can't I make money through this place? And at that time, I really didn't have any broad mind about Forex, but it was just some ideas coming through along. But through my journey, as I kept going, forward, and the years were coming forward and forward, that thought and that idea started to go deeper and deeper. I started believing that I can make money through the differentiation in the prices of Tanzania shillings and dollars from the past day to the next day. That difference, I usually thought of ways to make money through those. But as it reached 2020, I started hearing about Forex. And that's the time when my Forex journey began. It's when I started to hear about some people speaking about Forex and listening deeply. I started to deeply dive to try to understand about Forex. That's the time when I started to, before completely inserting myself into Forex, I started to hear about Forex and crypto. And the first step before going into deep Forex, I went into crypto. And at that place it's the stage that I got scammed. That's where I lost my money. At the first point when I lost my money, that was the first point. Because at that point, it's when I tried to learn about arbitrage and about the differentiation in the price between various cryptos. And it's the point where some people who were agents, I deposited in it was totally, I deposited forever without getting any kind of money. I deposited onto agents, and the people who I asked them to train me, the people who were mentors, they scammed me at that place. And it's the first point when I got and realized that this industry is a very dangerous industry. The biggest challenge that I faced as a trader before joining Kisiki Capital is one of the most biggest problems that many traders face. It is the access to capital. Access to capital is the biggest challenge that I faced because, many traders, specifically speaking about me, the average that I could earn, just having those $10, $20, $50, that's the maximum point when I can reach $50. And that has been the biggest problem that I have faced and the biggest challenge as a trader. The reason why I trusted Kisiki Capital, it is because Kisiki Capital, I tried to compare it with other prop firms, and I realized that Kisiki Capital, it has simplified rules. I don't want to just, brag about Kisiki Capital and make it, brand it. No, I'm speaking realistically. Speaking realistically, the rules at Kisiki Capital are way better than other prop firms. Starting from the daily, the daily drawdown rules, the percent that you are supposed to gain so that you can pass the challenge, the days that you're supposed to trade so that you can have your first withdrawals and the continuous withdrawals. Those rules are simply just the rules that make the life of traders easier compared to those other rules from other prop firms. Since I joined Kisiki Capital, I have learned things through experience. My trading journey has improved because I have learned from the mistakes that I have made. There have been, as I got into Kisiki, there are some various rules that I set on myself that I should follow. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. But as I broke them, that was a live experience that once you do something against the rules that you have planned on your own, there is a sanction, there is penalty, there is going to be punishment, own punishment, not from the Kisiki Capital, no, but the punishment from the market. The market is going to whoop you, and you're going to learn from the mistakes that you've made by not following the plans and the rules that you have set on your own. There are moments where I almost gave up in trading, and in trading in just normal capital and the funded capitals. There was a point when, access to capital has been the most thing that you have knowledge, the knowledge you have, and then the only thing that you are supposed to have is capital so that you can execute the knowledge you have. That has been the chasing of the capital. You try to collect capital from a very long time, and then the capital that you have, because the capital is going to be little, and that because of the way the capital is going to be little, you will just end up having the first day you're going to withdraw $40, the second day you're going to withdraw $50, the third day you're going to withdraw maybe $70, the fourth day, but then eventually you're just going to end up blowing the account because of the small capital. And that has been going through, but the losing streak. Once the losing streak steps in, that's the point where you're going to start to doubt yourself about trading, and you're going to say, maybe trading isn't for me. That's the point where you start to give up, when the losing streak gets in your trading journey. The way I handle losses, I set my plan. For example, once I purchase a 100K account, that 100K account, I have the daily drawdown of 5%, which 5% is approximately $5,000. I distribute that $5,000 into 20 trades. I divide it by 20. Once I divide it by 20, that means I have almost 20 trades that there is a specific amount that I'm supposed to risk. I make sure within a single trade that I have, I do not exceed the amount of risk that I have got from the divided 20 trades that I have got myself. Or for instance, I have maybe $20. I divide that $20 into 20 trades. That means I'll be having almost $2. In every single trade, I'll make sure I don't risk more than $2. And that's why I have to manage my risk by those calculations, and also by making sure the setups I take and the trades I'm going to take are really sniper trades and are going to be really, confirmed trades. I'll make sure I wait for my confirmations, and I'll make sure I do not over-risk on the percent and on the amount of trades that I have put myself onto. Kisiki Capital has helped me improve in my discipline, because once I got the prop firm from Kisiki, I treated it as my whole life depended on it. So the way I was trading in a way that this is the final. There's no more chance. There's not any other prop firm that I'm going to get sooner or later. So the way I treated the prop firm, I treated it with my old discipline, treating it with discipline, like, if I lose it, where else will I get it? So that really made me to really focus and be a very disciplined trader. Yes. The risk management rules that I strictly follow I strictly follow the risk. The first of thing that I follow, the amount of risk I take I calculate every single trade that I take. Every single trade that I take, I calculate the amount of loss I'm willing to take. I calculate the amount of loss, and I really wait for clean and clear setups. Waiting for a clear setup. No rush. I don't rush into entry. I don't trade the trades that I saw that I have missed out. Although there are mistakes I have made before, but I really don't trade I make sure that I don't trade the trades that I have already missed, and I do not over risk. So I minimize my risk, wait for sniper entries, wait for confirmed trades. That way I really minimize my risk. That's a part of story that's different. That's from my life. I am a person I'm a church boy. I'm a man of God. And that praise king just came from, as an instrumentalist, I play the piano, I play the drums, I'm learning to play the guitar. And as I was playing those instruments, the praise king, I just was a person who usually, the more I play, the more I get into God, the deeper I go, and the deeper I just realize that I am nothing without God. That praise king came in as the time I was with intimacy with my Lord. I praise him like there's no any other person can praise. So as the way David praised the Lord, that's the way I praise the Lord in my secret chambers. That's why I call myself Albert Praise King. Any traders looking up to me, that first of all, do not pressure yourself. Make sure every goals you have, every reason you have on why you have come into trading is realistic. Don't give yourself expectations that are, to be honest, unrealistic. You may come into trading, and maybe some of you right now are really thinking, I've got into trading and I want to buy a Lambo, I want to have $1 million, I want to have $200,000, I want to have $50,000. Make sure what you're planning is realistic. Have plans and that you can really achieve step by step. Do not rush, and have realistic plans. Yes. On the next 3 years, the way I see myself as a realistic, profitable trader, a person who will be financially free. I do not aim for the sky. The aims that I have, I'm trying to aim the things that realistically I will achieve, trying to aim things and, compounding my profits, compounding my goals. I'm going to reach my goal small, step by step. And by the next 3 years, I believe that I'm going to be a person who is financially stable and can be able to take care of my own and my family without those pressure being flash, without being unrealistic. Just being able to take care of my own and my family. Yes. Make sure you have reached your age. Make sure you have a strategy that works. And once you have the strategy that works, make sure your risk management is really profound, is really something realistic, and is something that you can control, your risk management. And also, another thing is that you should try to aim for the things that you can achieve. Do not try to win trades. People want to get into trades and you want to see 3 digits there, maybe $7,000, $3,000, $5,000. You may just aim for those, but make sure you compound the little things that you have. Most traders fail because they are trying to achieve something big at a single moment, in which realistically the market has rewarded you $100, $200 within a single trade. But the way you look at that trade, you just think it's not enough. I want 3,000. And at the end of the day, the market rewards you with $200 and then it goes negative $3,000. You have lost. Be realistic. This journey has been epic. I have been through my good times. I have been through my good days. I have been through my worst days. Being at Kisiki Capital as a community, it's a community that has helped me, you know. If you have a community of people who are doing something similar to you, you will also have hope that, oh, there are people who we're doing the same thing together. There are people who believe in the same dreams that I have. So it's been a community that has really made me and influenced me to believe more, not give up, believe that I have friends, believe that I can achieve what I want to achieve. Being with the community, yes, it has really helped me a lot.